Right now, history is being made in Washington, D.C., United States of America, as the 47th president of America, who happens to be also the 45th president of America, Donald Trump, is being sworn in as we speak. History is being made in more than one way. One clear way is he is the second American president who lost an attempt to come the second term and returned next and won. Four presidents have tried it before now, but only two have succeeded. The first person was Grover Cleveland, who was a Democrat. He won an election, did his term, tried to return to complete his usual 8 days, normal 8 days as American Constitution allows, but lost, or returned later and won. Same was the case of Trump. Trump won an election. That was after Obama. He personally won and then be around for 4 years. After serving for 4 years, he tried to make it the 8th year and was voted out of office. Joe Biden came in, but Joe Biden did not complete his own two terms. He had to give up. Then he came and contested and won. So it's history in that sense. History is being made. Trump is surely a tough president. His first term showed a lot of things that made him tough. He had made certain promises in the course of his campaigns of what he would do on day one in office. Let's look at some of them and what to expect from Trump presidency, particularly in the early days and day one. Trump says on day one, he will end birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship. Now, before now, if you are born in America, even if your parents are not Americans, or your parents are even undocumented aliens, you yourself is a citizen. But Trump says it's wrong and will not allow it as soon as he's sworn in. Trump says he will pardon January 6th defenders. You know that matter. Dependents. You know that matter. I remember that Trump, some people protested on his behalf when he didn't win the election on the second attempt. Those people, some of them were violent. Some of them had to go to jail for it. Trump says he will pardon them, some of them, maybe not all of them, particularly the ones that were not violent. He will pardon them on his first day in office. He said he will end the war in Ukraine. I consider that a very tall order because the people that are involved in the war, like Putin of Russia, is he going to give him order? He says he will discuss with him. We are watching to see how he will end it, but definitely not on day one. Could end soon. Again, he has taken credit as we speak to end to the ceasefire that is ongoing, that started just yesterday in Gaza. Gaza have seen war all this period. And he says he was the one that caused it to go into ceasefire. Well, Biden is also taking credit because he was the sitting president when it happened. He himself says, I am the one that they feared because I told them I was going to intervene in the war, and they quickly had to. What he wanted was, let there be a ceasefire, let the hostages be returned, and let the war end. And that's exactly what is in the process now. He said he will implement tariffs. And there are many tariffs that he said he will implement. Some of them are against competition, unfair competition. He particularly would increase tariff on goods coming from China and Mexico and some other places he has mentioned. The purpose is to grow local industries. It's allowed in the practice. He says he will increase drilling of oil. He wants to find more oil within the American shore and the American waters. He said he will end Biden-era border policies. He had criticized Biden for letting the borders be porous. And he says he's going to drop all those policies. He says he will increase and help made in America automobiles. That's a good one. The Fords of this world and all those American vehicles, he will help them, help both to export and to be used in America. He said he will end gender-affirming care practices. Gender-affirming care practices. A lot of people who had surgery to change their sexes and all what have you, he says they won't live on state fund. They will not be helped. He says he will begin a mass deportation program for undocumented aliens or foreigners. Well, that one is the one that is sending cold shivers amongst people who have been in America without completing and completing their documents. Some of them are already sitting on age, not knowing the day they may be swooped upon. So that one is what he promised in the course of his campaign. He says he will begin a mass deportation program. That's it. Cancel electric vehicle mandates. He is for fossil fuels. And that's why he will cancel electric vehicle mandates. He says he will limit transgender participation in women's sports. I think that's fair. Here is a man like me who goes for surgery and decides to be a woman. Was everything that makes him a man taken away? Is unlikely. So competing with natural women is unfair. And I think Trump has my yes for that. Again, Trump will surely do what he says he will do, because his first coming saw so many things that people were afraid to do, and he did it. Some of them were laws that had been passed, and every other president before him didn't consider it a thing to do or didn't have the lever to do it. But he came and did them. So let's keep our fingers crossed. As we speak, he's being sworn in, and he will do what he says he will do from the one to the days he said he will do that. Let us watch Trump. Trump is on a mission. That's what we believe. Thank you.